Okay, if you caught our last video, you know that we were over here in kind of the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, north central Wyoming, I guess, west of the Bighorn Mountains. We came over, we're recording this on Tuesday now. We came over yesterday on Monday. We did a little exploring around here, did some camping, and out here in a great wide open place. And we have a work project, an inspection over not too far from here today. So that's why we came over yesterday. But you know, any excuse to go camping is a good excuse as far as I'm concerned. So we did some exploring yesterday, watched the sunset. Well, technically, there you go, the sunset over here, in case you haven't seen that video. Again, really nice sunset. And then we watched the blue moon rise, the full moon, the blue moon rise over here. That was cool too. So we're getting ready to head in. I've been doing a little work on the computer this morning, getting things scheduled and confirmed and some invoicing done. I'll just office stuff that I have to do periodically for this business. And meanwhile, Melanie's been doing the hard work of trying to load the ladders into the van again, because we needed to bring ladders on this trip, and there's not room in the van for us and for the ladders. So the ladders have to come out at night so we can sleep, have to go back in the morning so we can drive. So we need to figure out something different with the ladders, but for now is what we got. So we're going to head into over to Worland, which is a small town, again, in north central Wyoming here, kind of between the Bighorns and Yellowstone National Park, Grand Teton National Park, all that. So we're heading over there to do a home inspection. It's kind of a cute small town. We'll show you around a bit while we're there. You might enjoy seeing that. So we're going to load up the van and get out of here. It's already 9 o'clock and we got to be there for 10, so we got to get a move on. Okay, so we're just coming into Worland here, Worland, Wyoming, and it's a really cool little park out here, very nicely maintained, kind of on the edge of town as we're coming in from the Ten Sleep direction. So we're gonna go ahead and look around a little more and show you what Worland looks like. And we got a serious, I guess, woolly mammoth or something over here at the museum. I'm not sure how to pronounce this county name. It's Washakie or Washakie. I'm not really clear on that pronunciation. I suppose I should have looked it up. If you're from here, let me know. There's W-A-S-H-A-K-I-E in any case. So kind of got the strip mall stuff going on here on the edge of town coming in. There's a supermarket here, Blair's Supermarket, the little pharmacy in there. So you can get some food if you're not into the whole fast food thing. Those of us who are fans of Maverick, well, we got a Maverick station here, of course, because it's a town in Wyoming. I think most of them do. This is a little one, though. Kind of a funny parking lot, but I have got gas there before. I'm sure I'll get gas there again. So kind of coming down into the older part of the more, main or more older part of Worland now. Some of the old churches down here. So Worland's, you know, kind of a small town. Population currently, as of 2020, was 4,773. That's actually declined from 5,487 10 years earlier in 2010. Worland's been up and down. Look at the history of their population. The peak was over 6,000 back in 1990, but it's not all decline. It's like it'll go up, down for 10 years and then up 10 years and down. And that's not super uncommon, some bouncing around like that in Wyoming, because of the nature of the economy here. There's a lot of coal jobs and a lot of oil and gas jobs, and those tend to be very boom and bust industries. So there's a lot of ups and downs, and people leave, you know, bottom line. They come here for the jobs, and then when the jobs go away, they leave. So, but it's not when the Taco Bell's gone, there you go. But for the most part, this is, so they're down about, I think it's about 12 or 13% down from 2010 to 2020. But it's a pretty clean town. It's a nice little town, I think. I like it, and it's fairly clean. It's also that those 4,700 and some odd people are spread out across, it's 2,000 and some odd households, and it's spread across 4-point-something square miles. So it's spread out a bit. It does go on. It's not like it's all packed into a tiny spot. Oh, burgers, pizza, and sandwiches. That sounds tempting. I guess not. I didn't get an enthusiastic response from my co-pilot. All right. Let's see if we can get turned around here and go see the other side of town. See what we can find. It's not too huge of a town, but I like it, and we've been through here for, you know, we're traveling, stop and get food and gas and stuff, and today we're over here working, so. Well, it's a nice toasty day here in Wyoming, at 95 degrees today. So Worland does get hot just like the rest of Wyoming. Apparently they're a little bit interesting here geographically in that they're surrounded by mountains. Now it's the Bighorns to the east, and but they're kind of surrounded by mountains here. And as a result of that, they don't get a lot of major storms, although it is hot in the summer and quite cold and dry in the winter. And oh, well, you want to buy a Schwann's ice cream truck? There you go, $4 grand. All right. Anyway, it gets cold in the winter. Speaking of cold, there's an ice cream truck. And Worland has a distinction, because of all those mountains that surround it, of being the least windy municipality in all of Wyoming. And that is kind of noteworthy, because Wyoming is windy. So that's kind of a nice bonus there. What an interesting little park here, huh? In the county of Washakie, or Washakie, huh?
Pioneer Square. They call it
Pioneer Square. Let's go around the block and look at Pioneer Square some more. This is interesting. My co-pilot tells me it's Pioneer Square. They have bathrooms here too, public restrooms. They did it at other park we started at. That's kind of interesting, because a lot of towns are doing away with that. They can't be bothered anymore. So. And right across the street here on this alley, by the way, is the Pit Stop Travel Center. If you're coming across here, if you happen to come to Worland and you're looking for, you know, of course we got Maverick too, but this place is they have bathrooms, they have showers, and they have kind of a small grocery store in there, as well as like a deli thing with some prepared food. So if you're looking to grab a bite to eat, and you know, there's Maverick up there, or there's the Pit Stop here. I have eaten here before. It's probably not a surprise. I eat a lot of places. All right, let's go by the Conn's Auto with a ice cream truck. And Pioneer Square again. Yeah, Pioneer Square, City of Worland. All right. Hot Springs State Park. I wonder if that's the one in, I think that's down in Thermopolis, right? I don't think it's here. I think it's in Thermopolis. So kind of a cool little town here. This is the old, you know, very typical looking Western old town. City Hall here on the right, that brick building. Pepsi Bottling Company. Boy. County Library there on the corner. This Berkshire Hathaway building's pretty cool. Looks kind of Northern European, right? European maybe? Scandinavian or something? I don't know. Oh, there you go. Bike place, huh? Wow. All right, out of the end of town there, we'll turn around, I guess, huh? We're kind of a residential neighborhood on the edge, kind of on the edge of town here. I got my orientation confused where I tell you which end of town it was, but I guess it's going to be west. So Robertson Ave here, some of the 4 square miles of town that's off the main road. A lot of these houses over here in Worland are smaller. You'll see a mix of mobile homes in with stick builds, but a lot of these places are smaller, and a lot of these older Wyoming towns, these small towns, did have quite a few smaller houses. I think that was much more common everywhere once upon a time, but you know, we see a lot of smaller places in these smaller towns. This also helps towards keeping, it's one part of keeping prices more reasonable in some of these places. Worland, housing costs are definitely more reasonable than in a lot of places in Wyoming. And we got a cinema here, actually. The Washakai Cinemas. Look at that. That's like a newish building, too. No kidding. All right, I guess there's not much to do around here besides go to the movies, huh? I'm gonna get turned around, I guess, because this road seems to be dead ending. Hound dogs. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. So anyway, we know prices are more reasonable over here in Worland than in a lot of other places because we just, as today, did a home inspection over here. And we also know people are buying houses over here, despite the fact that the population may have declined 12 or 13% over a decade. It's not a dead town. People are still buying places here. Things are happening. We did an inspection today. We had called last week about another place over here that we didn't end up doing that one. But that's 2, you know, in a matter of a week. So people are buying houses here. People are doing things here. There's stuff happening. There's some, you know, medical jobs here, and of course various industry jobs, oil and gas and coal and that sort of thing. There's some hospitality stuff, I guess, but kind of a nice little town. I like it, and it's pretty clean, I think, for and especially for being a smaller town with a little bit of population decline. Sometimes, you know, things start looking kind of rough. And 16 and 20 here will take you over to, if we take a left here, that'd bring us over towards Yellowstone National Park. I think it's still an hour or two from here. It's not too close. And then Buffalo is dead ahead on 16. And that's, Buffalo's, what is it, about an hour and a half technically, I think. I'd reckon it more like 2 hours because I don't drive like a fool over the mountains or down the mountains. So it takes me a little longer than it might some people. Well, we're back where we started. This is a nice little county park or town park, whatever the case may be. Municipal park of some sort anyway. Oh, look, they've got a little library, Melanie. They've even got a little library here, little lending library. But nice little park. We didn't show you everything. You can see there's nice neighborhoods back here behind the park. Some of these houses are a bit bigger than the ones we were showing you earlier. So there's kind of a mix of neighborhoods here. This is probably a little bit newer up this way. But that's Worland, nice little town. If you're passing through going to Yellowstone or something, you might happen through here. And if so, now you got an idea what you're looking for and what you might find here. We're gonna pause and grab a bite to eat, I think, and a drink. We've been working all day on an inspection, and we're going to head back over the Bighorn Mountains towards northeast Wyoming and towards Gillette. We got an appointment tomorrow and the day after there in Gillette, so we got to get back either tonight or tomorrow morning for all that. So we'll be grabbing a little bite to eat, then we'll be on to the mountains. All right, stop for some spicy chicken tenders from the pit stop that I was mentioning. I've eaten that before. Picked up some of their homemade here ranch sauce for dipping, and you know, one of my weaknesses, A&W diet, of course, because then I'll be chasing that down with a bubbly that we carried with us all the way from Gillette in just a little bit. This has been in our van fridge back there. So anyway, quick lunch, and then we'll go head over through Ten Sleep, which is a much smaller, cool little Wyoming town, and then up to the Bighorns, over the Bighorns today. All right, so we're just gonna, saw this lot here has some, this Cons Auto has a few trucks for sale. Thought we'd take a look. A lot of times the smaller towns here in Wyoming are better prices than the bigger towns. So we'll go take a look here. The old van here is still running, but it is 20 years old next year, and it's just about to roll over 300,000 miles, and it's still going, but it's showing its age. So we're kind of starting to keep our eyes open and look around for, you know, potential replacements when that time comes. So we thought we'd take a look quick here, see what they got at this used auto lot here in Worland, Wyoming. Well, it's like the railroad. Lots of diesel trucks around here, huh? $15 on this one. $10.5 on the Suburban, huh?
Yeah.
probably about 1,000,000 miles on, I bet.
Yeah.
Being just one of those railroad ones that
Yeah.
should be maintained well, believe it. Digital dash, so you gotta have a key in to find the mileage. So we're just going into Ten Sleep, and this place here is pretty common. The Ten Sleep are popular. Ten Sleep Brewing is actually a local microbrewery, and they used to just allow camping in their parking lot, but now they have an actual little RV park there. Tap hours Monday to Sunday, new day. Tuesday I didn't catch, but hey, it's local and well known and pretty popular. So if you're in Ten Sleep, want to check out a microbrewery, that might be it. But other than that, it's just right on the outskirts of Ten Sleep, and we'll be coming into that little town here. And this is the Nowood River we're going over, and Ten Sleep Creek comes in on the other side. I think it might run into this, I'm not positive. And here we have the Ten Sleep RV parking cabins, and perhaps most importantly of all, the horse hotel. So if you're coming to Ten Sleep with your horse and you need a hotel for your horse, this might be where you want to check out. Look at all them horse trailers lined up there too. It's a nicely treated and shaded RV park though. And here's Ten Sleep, population 246. But I don't have much information about Ten Sleep other than it's kind of just a cool little western town. And we'll pull over here for a minute so I can get you the details, because I'm sure you're wondering how a town like Ten Sleep got the name Ten Sleep. Sign over here tells us there was a large Indian camp at the Platte River near the present site of Casper, Wyoming, that was known to the early trappers as the old Sioux Camp. Okay, to the north, near the present site of Bridger, Montana, which is up north of here even, on Clark's Fork River, was another large and well-known Indian camp. They were crossroads of the nation, and trails led in all directions, kind of like Rome. All roads lead to Rome, they say. Well, apparently all roads led to these two Indian camps. The roads led all to destinations. Halfway between these two large Indian camps, near what is now Casper and near what is now Fort Bridger, Montana, was Ten Sleep. And the Indians measured distance by the number of sleeps. Makes sense to me. It was 10 sleeps from here to each of the main camps. So now you know the rest of the story. That's how Ten Sleep got its name. Kind of a fun story anyway. And it probably is right about halfway between Casper and Fort Bridger, I'd imagine, so that makes sense. Well, we'll tell you the rest of the town. It's a cool little town, or as much of the rest of the town as we can. There's not a whole lot here, but it is a cool little town. Very typical western little town. Senior center, couple bars and liquor stores. The Ten Sleep Emporium, I think that's gone. There's a drive-through place. One Cow. Right here, One Cow. Infamous burgers, tallow fries, shrub soda. I don't know what tallow fries are or what shrub soda is. And a church, Daily Bread Cafe. So you can certainly eat here. You can find physical bread and the bread of life all in Ten Sleep. So there you go. Little motel. And I guess we're just about out of town. So Ten Sleep Museum and Welcome Center. We'll turn around here. Nice little park. And I'll try and turn around and show you back the other direction, because I know we didn't quite catch it all this time coming through.
The museum is free.
Public restrooms, free museum, Vista Park. All right, there you go. art and pottery place in there, in somebody's garage. I think that's the only gas station in Ten Sleep, the little Conoco there. It can get crowded at certain times. Looks like lots of people take their OHVs to the Ten Sleep Saloon and Restaurant, I guess. Bighorn Stage Company. Looks like there's a lot of food going on in there too. So I guess you can eat well here in Ten Sleep. What a cool building though. And the United States Post Office, Ten Sleep, Wyoming, 82442, in case you're wondering. That sort of stuff's important to you. But it's got a residential area here we'll cruise through. Good thing we don't want to go right or left because they closed the roads on us. And I guess we didn't coordinate that very well. And we're rolling up Pine Street right now and just crossed over 3rd, I think it was. We'll look down 4th Street, see what things look like down there. Huh? Oh, I think that's the school. Wow, it says it's kind of addition or something. Big addition. Wow. My goodness. Don't look like we can get up past it. That's a huge addition they're doing up there in the school. So we'll go down this way. Ten Sleep Schools. Home of the Pioneers. And we're still in that, as you can see from the school bus there, Washakie or Washakie County. And the Ten Sleep Public Library. Gotta know that, man. Gotta know where that is. Oh, this is a tall, big house here. Most of the houses we were seeing are quite a bit smaller. It's almost like it might be like a duplex. Oh yeah, 408A and 408B. Okay. So it's kind of a duplex type thing there. Mobile home for sale if you're looking to move over here to Ten Sleep. Got some nice shade going there. Look at that little place. Wow. All right. Well, oh, cool wood. I guess it's supposed to be a shed. I thought not actually a cabin. It's actually like a shed or a workshop or something. Pretty cool. All right. We'll be coming back out right across from Vista Park here. I don't know. It's 95 degrees. That splash pad's looking tempting. If there weren't kids already there, their parents would probably think it was creepy if I ran down there and played in the splash pad with the kids. But we're gonna head back over the mountains now, over the Bighorns towards Gillette. I'm not sure how far we're going. I don't know what our plans are for today. And in case you're wondering, you see this looks familiar still. We did not buy a new truck at Kahn's Automotive there in Worland. Not only did I have a nice talk with Ms. or Mrs. Kahn, who owns the dealership and the hotel there. So she said she's got plenty more. If we don't like anything there, she's got more in Montana too. So we got her business card here. So we'll be, whoops, rumble strips. I'm gonna check her out a little more, see if there's something, they got something we're interested in. Like I said, this one's still running. It's just getting to it's an awful lot of miles on it, almost 300K, and there are multiple things that are making me think it's probably coming up on some really major repairs and maintenance sooner than later. So might be time to start looking ahead and being proactive. And meanwhile, we're heading towards the mountains, which I just love the Bighorn Mountains. And I often say, I've never had a bad day in the Bighorn Mountains. So we kind of started at the base. I went through it yesterday. I saw moose and everything. Started at the base down here today down in outside of Ten Sleep, and now we're going back up again. All right, so we've been up making our way over the Bighorns. We're on the eastern side now, a little bit past the tallest point, and just cruising down a back road here, a Forest Service road that I have been known to find moose on and stuff, so thought we'd take a quick look, see what we can find out here. But on top of wildlife, which I do see up here periodically, this is just a really scenic road, so thought we'd go check it out. Oh, there's turkeys. I didn't think they looked quite right. They're baby turkeys. Got a wild turkey here, and those are baby turkeys. I thought at quick glance they were quail, but they're baby turkeys, or juvenile wild turkeys, I guess you'd say. Hopefully they're all on the right side of the road now. Well, they're pretty good dexterity, hopping all around those rocks and everything. I would have thought they'd be so good at climbing around rocks and stuff, but they climbed right up there. Huh, I had no idea. That's pretty wild. Well, I guess we'll leave them be and continue through this nice aspen patch with a rough road. I am just blown away. I did not know they were so good at climbing, so dexterous. They just scampered right up those rocks like there was nothing there.